I'm just playing with you guys. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Okay, so in today's video, guys, I want to talk about how semen retention is more difficult in the beginning. So let me try to do my best into breaking it down why it's more difficult when you're first starting. So one of the reasons is because, prior to retaining your seed and doing those things, most of you guys were probably on the hub for a long time and just kind of reprogramming your mind into, just being on that fapping bullshit and just making it like basically normalizing it for yourself. So when somebody spends a long time, doing that, and then they start to, want to practice retaining their energy, you're basically like a crackhead in the beginning, literally corn, guys, PMO, all that shit. It's like a drug. You're hyper stimulating your mind and getting synthetic dopamine, just like a junkie, where when he's like constantly used to getting high and getting that fix, right? It's the same thing with the hub, where you're getting that dopamine fix. So when you stop that, guys, a lot of people relapse, like in the beginning, in the beginning stages. Same with anything, like view it as like a type of drug, guys. When you try to quit something, it's more hard, it's more difficult in the beginning because you have programmed your mind to get used to that. So when it comes to PMO, relapsing, releasing your seed, all those things, it's more difficult because you need to give yourself time to let your mind readjust and balance itself out back to its natural state. Because when you're on the hub, guys, you're just bombarding your mind with all this bullshit, all this synthetic dopamine. So when you try to stop, it's like you kind of go through like withdrawal effects, and those, like, that's why like it's harder like in the beginning. But once you get like your mind stronger, you go through like a couple days, you go through a week, you go through hold on, yeah, guys. So like when you go through like a week, or you just start basically getting momentum, that's all it is. So during like the first 2 weeks up to like a month is probably like the most difficult, when you have like the most urges and things like that, because you're basically like getting off like a drug in a way. You're kind of, your mind isn't used to it not receiving like the dopamine, and it just takes time for your mind to kind of rewire itself. um, I heard it takes about 90 days to reboot your mind, but it could be a lot more than that, especially like depending on how long you've been a coomer, right? So it might take like 90 days, maybe 100 days. But in total, like, it's all about like getting started. It's all about getting the momentum first. And then once you start like retaining, it just becomes a daily practice. You'll notice that it's not even as hard as it's not even as difficult as it was like when you first started. Once you're maintaining a streak, the days don't even matter, guys. The days is just kind of like a personal thing, right? But the days don't really matter, because as you go along, you start gaining all like this knowledge and like all this wisdom. So, and at the same time, you're like reprogramming your mind into getting dopamine in more productive ways, like working out, or a hobby, or something that you enjoy, not something synthetic uh, like the hub, or depending on like external things like drugs and things to make you feel good. you literally start feeling high on life, guys. When your mind is um, rewired, and you no longer like crave watching that type of material, those lustful materials, you will like be like blown away. Your mind will be like blown away of how long you spent like doing that over the years. So it's just important to get started in the beginning. In the beginning stages, just just stay away from like any lustful materials. Probably limit your time on social media, or don't even go on it, because there could be like triggers everywhere. So it's important, like in the beginning, to just like um, when you're first starting, is just kind of like get the momentum going, get your mind strong. Take cold showers, eat like nutritious foods, and try to go like a month, and then from there it's all about just controlling the urges. But in the beginning, it's more mental. It's more of a mental battle in the very beginning, because your mind is trying to like um, you're kind of like operating at a lower frequency, just how these junkies are. They operate at low frequencies. So their mind and their body is like telling them like, oh, like looking for the next hit, right? The next dopamine hit. And it's the same thing with the hub, that in the very beginning, when you cut it out, it's like you go through like withdrawals. You feel like kind of annoyed, irritated, like depressed and just anxious. And then your mind is just like, go relapse. And you're just like, if you believe it, if you like give into it, then it's just a never ending cycle, guys. It'll be, you get an urge, you go to the hub, and then you feel like shit, and then you're just like in a low vibration. That's where they want to keep you guys at, is at a low vibration. So when you get rid of the hub, stop fapping, you break the cycle, guys. You just, your energy starts elevating up, you start raising your vibration. So instead of being stuck in that old cycle of just releasing your energy and the urge and the hub and the unlimited corn, like all that bullshit, guys, like you get rid of it and you replace those old habits with new habits. It literally starts like changing your whole perspective on like a lot of things, guys. You would just like, it's like kind of like being reborn. You're just shedding all these old energies that no longer serve you, and you realize like you realize like the, how do you say it, like how pointless it all is. How stupid, how it's so whack, guys. Like, so guys, you just got to go through the beginning stages. That's what I've noticed, like in the past, that retaining in the beginning is more difficult. It's more difficult getting started in the beginning, especially like if you're on like day one, or a couple days in. um it's all about getting that momentum up. It's all about slowly giving yourself time, being patient, not being on that instant gratification. Delayed gratification is going to be a bigger reward than a synthetic dopamine hit. Focus your mind long term. Write down like your goals. Get a notepad, guys. That's how I did it. Like in the beginning, when I was like learning all this information, I was writing down like things, and just it's like it's self-improvement. Like it's good to see it on a piece of paper, guys. Don't just rely on like hearing it. You have to kind of sometimes see it visually. Write down like your goals, and write down things that you learned about um, the hub, like how it makes you feel. Like it makes you feel like shit, and you feel low on energy, you don't feel motivated, you don't feel driven. Just write all these negative things that it does, so you could actually visualize, you could see like why uh, you don't, why you want to quit that. So that's how you get started, guys, is just by um, just kind of like taking it step by step, taking it day by day. So it's all about gaining momentum. um, but as time goes on, you'll see like it's like in the beginning, it's like a video game or something. In the very beginning, you may suck at it, or whatever, but like over time you get way better, and you start going through like different levels and things like that. So, and then some days might be harder than others, but it's all about, you know, being don't not letting your thoughts control you, but being the controller of your thoughts. Not being led by your emotions, but you leading your emotions. You don't have to give into your emotions and your thoughts every time. It's like, because your brain doesn't know the difference. Like, it just the dopamine has been like something that has been like hijacked against us. Our biological nature of as a man has been like hijacked through these lustful websites, through the hub. It's not natural at all, guys. So you have to rewire your mind. Go a long period of time without doing that and turn it into a lifestyle. God, don't even view it as a challenge, because what's the point of viewing it as a challenge? Doing it for 30 days, whatever, and then going back to that, and then you're just losing progress, all that dedication, all that that willpower that you had during that month, just to throw it all away. Like, it's not even worth it, guys. You realize like the hub is like a weapon. It's literally like a weapon for the population, for guys. They're trying to turn men like weak and just not have that masculine energy, because like I said before, your seed is your masculine energy. So every time you release that, guys, you become less of a man. You become more like timid, more shy, and just you're basically like a watered down version of yourself every time you do that. It's like very beta behavior. um so yeah, guys, stop watching the hub, stop fapping. Like, it's bullshit, guys. Like it's not even worth it, guys. Like, it's stupid. So it's all about changing your mentality, changing your perspective over time. And the most important part is just getting started, and just watch motivational videos, guys. Motivate yourself. Start hitting the gym, take cold showers, start eating better, get better sleep. These type of things will help you gain momentum into your goals. And yeah, it's all about getting started, guys. So just be patient, trust the process, maintain your frame, retain gang. Woo! All right, guys. So with that being said, I'm gonna just end the video. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.